Salutations! What's going on, Internet, Galactic Web, the great invention of Al Gore? Cyberspace. I am Brian, and this is...
I'm Blake Mosley.
That is right, my wonderful, fun-loving brother-in-law, Blake Mosley. Some of you may know us from our last videos, Bethesda Minutes, where we play zany characters trying to teach people at our home church, Bethesda Church of God, here in Sumter, South Carolina, how to do some mundane tasks around the church. They got a lot of hits and they were very popular, but we got tired of doing them because it was just it just wasn't fun to us anymore. So we started this new channel where we're gonna sit for about 10 or 15 minutes and talk to you about a subject. And then we're going to get you to comment below in the below box. There will be a space for comments and tell us what you think about what we're talking about. And you guys can actually discuss between yourselves what we're talking about.
You can subscribe up here too. I know for a fact it's up here. And then all your related videos will be over here.
You might find a Bethesda Minutes over there.
They'll probably be over there.
We're still going to do Bethesda Minutes, but not as often, because it was a weekly thing, and there's a lot of work that goes into that kind of stuff.
You'd be surprised.
You would. You really would. You would think that we're just videotaping and slacking off.
We make it look really easy.
But it's hard.
It's hard work.
Let me tell you something.
Goodness gracious.
That's hard work. Drive a Dodge truck. That's what you do when you work hard and drive a Dodge truck.
You sure do.
Alright, this episode we have sponsors here on our new video channel.
Because we're that legit.
That is right. Let's see. Our sponsor is going to be actually Downtown City of Sumter. Go check out Downtown City of Sumter. The city has put together some great things. They're making it more beautiful by the day. There's concerts, things at the Opera House. Go check them out. Their website will be put below in the links. And it's www.sumtersc.
Hold on, Brian. There's 3 W's.
www.
Is it 2 W?
Wow. No. www.
You said 2.
I'm sorry.
You could send those people to a totally different website.
Oh yeah. No telling what you're going to get at the www.
No.
But go to the right website, which we'll put the link down below. Okay, so we told you we're going to talk about a topic. Topic of the day is going to be
awkward situations.
Awkward situations.
That's right, Brian.
That was an awkward situation right there.
One of those.
All right, so we, as human beings, probably come across some of the most awkward situations.
Especially us.
And when I say we, I mean Blake and I. That if it's going to happen and it's going to be awkward, it's going to happen to one of us. And that's okay. We're okay with that. We've gotten used to it. Matter of fact, there's a recent awkward situation that I still have not gotten over because it is hilarious. And it happened to Blakely over here. Go ahead and tell him what happened.
Okay, so for the past couple of years, certain members of the youth group have known about the back door. It's very easy to open if you pop it open just the right way.
It's not like that anymore. It's been fixed, so don't try it.
Yeah,
we're not telling you.
It's over now.
Right, it's been fixed.
So the other week, I wanted to break into the church to take a nap because Brian couldn't join me.
Well,
and so
let's clarify some things here. Sunday mornings we're at church, and we have to go back for band practice at 4 o'clock. But we normally don't get out of church and lunch until like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So what we will do, I am a staff member at the church. I'm the children's pastor, so I can enter legally with a key. We'll go back to the youth Sunday school room with couches and stuff, and we'll take a nap before...
The most comfortable couches, too.
Right, they are. We'll take a nap before band practice. We don't take a nap
together.
We're on separate couches. but we're in the same room. It's a huge room, separate couch, and we take a nap. Proceed.
So anyway, I break in at the first time. Nobody's around.
To the church.
Into a church. And I lay down and I start taking a nap. And it's real quiet. It's real peaceful. but my nerves started to get the best of me, and the guilt sunk in because I heard Papa Howard walking around. In the
Our
hallway.
Associate pastor.
Yes, he's our associate pastor.
He's a ninja.
And he can go anywhere at any time in that church. And so he just so happened to be in the hallway. I guess he might have heard something, was checking to see if anybody was around. And I'm laying down on the couch. The room's pitch black. The hallway is real dark. And so I decide to put my phone on silent and lay very still.
Because you don't want to get caught.
No, I didn't want to get caught at all.
Because you broke into the church.
Right.
Okay.
So I see Papa Howard coming through the hallway, and he goes and checks the back door, and didn't see anybody, didn't hear
to
anybody.
See if anyone has broken into the church.
Like I did. So the guilt got the best of me because he left, and I ended up sneaking out of the church, all stealth-like. And I got in my car, and I left, and I was like, I'll just come back later. And then it turns out that Claire and Annie and Chrissy was going to be
members of the youth group.
Yes, they were going to be going back to the church, and so decided to go back and break in one more time.
So, just so we're clear, you broke into the church.
Yeah.
And now our church it used to be a Lowe's building. It got converted into a church, so it's huge. So you broke into the church, went to lay down and take your nap, and your conscience got the best of you. You started feeling guilty, so you left, hooked up with some female youth members. At some point in time, you gathered, and they were batting their eyes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They coerced you to break into the church again. Is that how it happened?
That's how it happened, Brian.
All right, so you break into the church.
I mean,
again.
I'm not pointing any fingers or anything.
Because they could have broken into the church.
They totally could have, but they needed the muscle.
But they needed the muscle to break into the church. So what happens next?
We're getting ready to get into the church. I pop the door open.
It's not that easy though. It's not like you're just.
No. It's a forced pull.
And loud.
And it is loud. Like a thunderous clap. Some of that.
Something like that.
And so I pop the door open, and lo and behold, the church ninja,
Papa Howard, associate pastor,
was sitting right there as soon as I popped the door open, and he's staring at me.
Your face to face.
Yeah. And let me explain something to you. I've never seen Papa Howard not smile until that very moment.
What did he say?
He said, there's better ways of opening that door, you know. And I said,
there are.
I'm sorry. So.
And he also told you what? There
was people I could call, which that's not true.
That is so very true because this happened at 2:30. And I told you I was going to be up at the church.
That's bullcrap, Brian.
Before 3.
That's total bullcrap. Because
I was actually in my car on the way to church.
You didn't respond to my 5 text messages I sent you prior to all this happening. Whenever I just wanted you to come unlock the door, so that way I wouldn't have to break it.
I did respond to you because you were feeling so guilty that you texted me and you said, "Should I do it?"
Yep.
And I was like, "No, don't do that, Blake. That is completely wrong."
I have the text messages saved.
Well, that's another episode. So that is now. After that happened, and you saw Mr. Howard, Pastor Howard, how did that go?
I wanted to cry. Because it was really awkward. I felt guilty.
Now, what did Claire and Annie do after you got into
it? They left. They kept walking like nothing.
They wanted no part of it.
I was the one that had to stay behind and talk to Papa Howard and try to explain what had happened, even though there was really nothing to explain.
That'll teach you kids, don't go breaking into churches.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore. So
no, you can't do it anymore. But don't go breaking into other churches.
No. To
go take a nap.
No.
That's the funny thing.
And then I couldn't even.
You were already in the church.
I couldn't even take my nap after that.
You left.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. awkward situations. Comment down below. If you're not a YouTube subscriber or member, it takes about 2 minutes to log in. Just give them an email or whatever. Log in and then comment below. We want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Tell us about some of your awkward situations.
We might talk about it.
And we might talk about them.
Give a detailed story, though.
That's right. Give a very detailed story. But now it's time for...
Don't Be That Guy.
Don't Be That Guy. This is a segment we're going to use to close our episode each day.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
Blake.
We all know that guy.
Don't be that guy.
And we don't want you to be him.
That breaks into the church.
Yeah, especially him. Don't be that guy. But you also don't want to be the guy with the very slow and terrible data plan like I have. You may remember a commercial that came on a couple months ago about an office taco party, and the guy, like everybody else in the office, got all the pictures and the invites to go to the taco party, and this one guy felt left out because he didn't get anything.
No, and they even invited the weird guy.
They invited Eric, the creepy guy.
Yeah. You invited Eric? Eric's here? He thinks his nose needs it.
So, you know, he's saying all these bad things about Eric, and then he finally gets the picture.
He's like,
and he's got the invite. It just turns out he had a slow data plan.
Or data plan.
It's data. So I'm that guy, because the other day at work, everybody else got a picture from Daniel. It's a hilarious picture. Everybody's laughing about it. They're having a good time. I just figured maybe Daniel didn't want to include me in this time of merriment. And so I kind of felt bad about it. And then, 5 minutes later, I finally got it. And I started laughing about it, but the time had passed.
Yes. It was over.
Yeah, Josh and Rhett had already laughed about it.
You were the only guy laughing.
That time was gone, and I couldn't enjoy that with them because of my stupid data plan.
Data. You were that guy.
That guy. So don't be that guy.
Okay, and if you guys have a Don't Be That Guy story, again, put it in the comments below, and we'll use it next week. Don't be that guy. All right, that wraps up our show. Thanks for watching, and deuces.
Deuces.
That was awkward.
Awkward situations. Goodbye, folks.